The victim's mother said, having noticed this, she pressured the little girl to tell her what happened to her body, right? And then it was then the victim informed her that her father laid her on the bed and inserted his thing into her when the mother was not at home. The pleasure of how many minutes, if you two do, let's be honest, of that has become what a lot of men focus on. The do is not why we're on earth. It's a beautiful thing. Thank God they did it the way that the thing is sweet for body. But there is a way it's supposed to be, not the way some people have taken it. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So in this video I'm going to cover two stories. So the first one is a bike rider that diverted his female passenger into the bush and did the do with her without her consent. Another one is a man that his own, is he 5-year-old or his own child, 5-year-old, that he decided to. Can you imagine? So it seems like recently I've been covering a lot of stories like this, but I think it's good for us to start covering it even more, for a lot of men to think and ask themselves, what is their problem? How do you say it now? No, I notice I be English. Is becoming like a pandemic now? Be what I want to call it? Be epidemic. It's not pandemic. Epidemic. I've been episode the talk for English. Let me read this one. Right, I'm reading from this. It says New Telegraph. It says Delta State Police arrest man for allegedly, rapping, if you know what I mean, passenger through the back. Then it says Abdullahi Musa, a 35-year-old Okada man, has been apprehended by the Delta State Police Command for rapping, you know what I mean, a 24-year-old girl in Asaba. Confirming the arrest, Bright Edefe, spokesperson of the police command, made this known on Wednesday in a statement issued via their Twitter handle. The spokesperson of the state police command made this known on Wednesday in a statement issued via his Twitter handle. According to him, the victim, who arrived in Asaba from Benin on February 28, 2023, patronized this suspect to take her to a specific location. However, Musa, instead of taking the girl to her destination, diverted to the bush and wrapped her through the back. The victim, while narrating her devastating ordeal in a video that accompanied the statement, noted that the suspect, after wrapping her, demanded the entire money in her bank account in Okwa. So being Okada man is not enough for him anymore, right? So he said the girl has narrated her ordeal and the boy has confessed with his own mouth. We should be careful, especially at night and in areas we don't know much. The heart of a man, they say, is desperately wicked. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? We're hearing so many of these cases. This is a Okada rider. He may even have a wife at home. He can have his own woman if he wants it, but that one that they want to take by force is what he chose, right? Okay. The other sad story. Ogun man, was Ogun State, 28, raps 5-year-old daughter. The age is 1, and the fact that it is his own child. You see that there's no, that's why I said, I don't know which video I said it in. I said, men need to learn. Don't let that thing control you. If you let it, it will take you where you did not plan. Control it. Choose to be in control of it. Because if you don't control it, there will be no bounds. There will be no boundaries. It will keep taking you. Like they say in Pidgin English, they carry you, they go where you don't know. How does a man get to the point? Because this is what I'm talking about, control. You don't know how he has been going from there and doing that, because he refused to control it, and he keeps allowing it to be in charge, if I can put it like that, to the point where, what do I even phrase it? The pleasure of how many minutes, if you two do, let's be honest, of that has become what a lot of men focus on. The do is not why we're on earth. It's a beautiful thing. Thank God they did it the way that the thing is sweet for body. But there is a way it's supposed to be, not the way some people have taken it. It's just like even food. Food is good, it's yummy, it's whatever. You don't just get carried away and say, food too sweet, and you start eating and eating and eating, and then you have diabetes, you have this one, and have health, high cholesterol or whatever. We still choose to say, okay, you know, I won't put sugar, I won't put extra sugar in my food. That's enough. I don't need to add extra salt. That's enough. I don't need to. We need to. Do you understand? Food is a beautiful thing, but what do you do with it? The same thing. To do the do is not a bad thing, but what do you do with it? Let me just read more of this because this video is going to end up being long. A 28-year-old man, Adeyemi Babatunde, has been arrested by men of the Ogun State Police Command for allegedly, okay, he's 5-year-old, okay, and they say the suspect was arrested after the mother of the victim lodged the complaint at Ijebu Mushin's division headquarters. Oyeyemi said that the victim's mother noticed her daughter has been complaining of pain whenever she wants to pee, okay, whenever she wants to urinate. Okay, he says the PRO added that the mother further lamented that her daughter groans whenever she was bathing her and that she touched her. Okay. The victim's mother said, having noticed this, she pressured the little girl to tell her what happened to her body, right? And then it was then the victim informed her that her father laid her on the bed and inserted his thing into her when the mother was not at home. How do you even, how do you know how small a 5-year-old is? How? Oh God. It says, on interrogation, the suspect confessed to the commission of the crime, but claimed not to know what comes over him as at that time. You don't know what came over you. Can you imagine? Okay. You see, some of this news sometimes I read the caption. I may not read the rest of it because I want to react naturally to it when I'm making the video, and it's sickening. And the thing is this is one we know about. There are so many children that end up growing up and never speaking about it. And thank God for a mother that is a mother. There are cases where the children will even say, when it happened, their adults are grown now, that will narrate the story of when they were little, things that happened in their lives, and then they would say that their mother was aware, but their mother never said anything. Sometimes even their mother that will tell them, don't tell anybody. I've seen cases like that. So it's not when we see a mother that is actually a mother. You know, when I hear all these kind of stories sometimes, I know my father was, you know, a tough-handed father, authoritarian and all of that. It makes me respect my father even more. Because I grew up with my father. You know what I mean? I grew up with my father. And I can't, like, you know, it makes me just look at him like, wow. Like, I'm just being honest. There are some things you hear sometimes. You will not say, whoa. My father did this, did that. My father did, like the typical African father, I will flog you if you did something bad, whatever, and all of that. And I wanted to go to a church. He didn't want me to. I didn't approve, and all of those kind of stories. You know, he beats me up for, which is the typical Nigerian way you are flogged. But when I hear people say their father did this to them, and I say my father never. At least, you know what I mean. It makes me actually see my father. You know, see the integrity. Unfortunately, it is supposed to be normal, not for a father not to do it. But when you hear all of this a lot, it makes you thank God that you do not have a father like that. You get my point? How does a father do this to their own child? And this one is caught. There are many children today that will never, people will never know it happened to them because of cover-ups. Because of cover-ups. Going back to what I'm saying, it is getting out of control because of that pleasure of how many, whatever. The way a lot of men, these two stories I cover now, is all about the snakes between their legs. And I've been speaking about men letting their erection determine their directions in life. Has it not happened? Is that not what this case is? I just hope that anybody watching this, let me tell you, I'm not going to make it too long, but I just want to use it to still speak about what we have been speaking about. That to a great extent, a lot of men have, you know, gotten to the point where it seems that the reason for their existence is this. To do has become the reason for their existence. Nothing else is important. It's just to do. That is all. That is not why you're on earth. It's a beautiful thing, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? Just like food is beautiful, a lot of things in this life, a lot of things in this life are beautiful. But you have a bit of this and have a bit of that, healthily, the right way. But unfortunately, some men have buried their heads and decided that they see that thing. They go to bed, that's what they're thinking. They wake up in the morning, that's what they're thinking. They are going to work, that is what is in their mind 24/7. This is just a reminder that the snakes between your legs is not the reason you're on earth. Sit back and research and reevaluate your life. Reflect on your life and ask yourself, why are you here? And hopefully with the answer you get, you can redirect your focus on what really matters in life. That is my opinion about this. And as always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.